Archangel Michael says, don't scroll past this. This is not an ordinary message. You are being spiritually warned before it's too late. Your night is not going to be like the others. This one carries a chilling presence, and even now, the energy is shifting around your doorway. There's a shadow waiting for the right moment. A person you never expected is preparing to knock on your door when the world has gone silent. When the street is empty, the wind still, and the lights begin to flicker, they will come. They won't come with love or peace, but with an offer masked in false gold. They have waited until your defenses are low. They want you caught in confusion. Their face may appear calm, but their intention is laced with dark consequences. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, this knock on your door is not by chance. This person has observed you, tracked your emotions, and studied your weaknesses. What they bring is wrapped in urgency. But it is a trap designed to pull you into something irreversible. The late hour is part of their plan. When most are asleep, your intuition is dulled, your judgment hazy, and your soul more vulnerable. They are counting on you to be too tired to think clearly. This person has recently spoken to another individual about you. That individual knows your past, your routines, and the pain you've tried to bury. What's coming is not kindness, it's a test that could shift your entire destiny. They want you to say yes to something that looks like a breakthrough. It will be disguised as help, as opportunity, as something you've been longing for. But the cost? Your peace. Your safety. Your very spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 111. There will be a sound at your door when you least expect it. Not loud. Not rushed. Just enough to get your attention. Just enough to pull you to the threshold of danger. They will speak softly. They will try to charm you. They will use your past pain to convince you that they understand you. But the truth is, they've been hired. Hired to manipulate you. Hired to offer you something that will entangle you in legal, spiritual, or financial ruin. This plan is funded by someone who envies your destiny. Someone who saw your light and wanted to extinguish it before it could shine too far. They've spent time, money, and energy crafting this deception. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Your kindness is what they are preying on. Your tendency to listen, to help, to trust, it's being used as a weapon against you. They will pretend to need you. They may hold a folder, a contract, or even a letter claiming it's for your benefit. But Archangel Michael says, do not sign. Do not agree. Do not allow them into your space. The timing will seem mysterious. They will arrive moments after you think of someone from your past. They know your patterns. They've timed this with chilling precision. The most disturbing part is, this isn't their first attempt. They've tried before, through other people, through texts you ignored, through calls that felt off. But this time, they want to confront you directly. Type Amen to get blessing 777. This night, if you're reading this, you must prepare. Keep your spiritual protection strong. Keep your senses alert. Don't mistake false light for divine guidance. Their body language will feel off. There will be a slight delay in their eyes meeting yours. A coldness in their tone that they try to cover with a smile. They may mention something only a close person should know. That is how they will attempt to gain your trust. But that information was stolen, not given. They have been fed details about you to make their story believable. The goal? Get you to leave your current path and enter one they control. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, you are not to open the door tonight for anything unusual. Even if it's someone who claims they're sent from heaven. Because a demon can wear the face of a friend. You will be told that you must act fast. That if you don't say yes now, you'll lose everything. But anything that demands panic is not from the divine. You've had dreams recently, haven't you? Warnings. Symbols. A repeated person or animal or sound. That was not random. That was heaven's attempt to shake you into preparation. They will try to use authority, pose as someone official, or someone spiritual, or someone financially generous. But do not be moved by titles. Look into the energy behind the words. Type Amen to get blessing 313. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This person has ties to a group that doesn't want you to progress. There is envy attached to their mission. They were promised something if they succeed in trapping you. They are coming at a time when they believe you are most isolated. When people around you are doubting you. When your mind is questioning everything. That's why Archangel Michael is here now. Because even when others don't see it, heaven sees everything. Every conversation. Every betrayal. Every whisper in the dark. The location of this meeting is your home for a reason. It's your sacred place. And they are trying to turn it into a battlefield. You must guard your doors, spiritually and physically. Type Amen to get blessing 202. When the knock happens, if you're still awake, you may feel curious. You may think, maybe this is something good. But that's the spirit of manipulation creeping in. Don't answer out of curiosity. Don't answer out of fear. Don't answer because it feels too strange to ignore. Let your silence be your shield. Let your delay be your protection. Because if they can't get you to speak, they can't get you to agree. Once you speak, once you let them start talking, they will pour out rehearsed lines designed to confuse you. They're trained in this. Trained to twist your faith. Type Amen to get blessing 414. They may tell you someone you love is in danger. They may try to awaken guilt. Or urgency. Or spiritual doubt. They are using everything you've ever cried about as bait. They watched your pain. And now they're bringing it back in a fake form to control you. You'll notice their eyes move quickly, watching your reactions. Looking for the moment you start to break. That's their cue to push harder. You might feel heat rise on your face or chest. That's your spirit saying no. That's Archangel Michael sending energy to stop the agreement. Type Amen to get blessing 626. Archangel Michael says, what almost reached your door was not just a knock, it was a transaction planned in darkness. They wanted to trade your destiny for distraction. They came with a script, rehearsed lines, and a false light meant to draw you in. But the silence you held was louder than any response. The stillness you chose broke the rhythm of their evil plan. And in that moment, Archangel Michael's sword cut the tie between you and the chaos that followed them. There's a spiritual war around your doorpost. You may not see it, but it is happening. What you rejected last night could have rewritten your next 7 years with suffering. That person has returned to their sender. Their footsteps are echoing back to where they came from. And now confusion has fallen upon them, because you didn't follow the script they prepared. Type Amen to get blessing 434. That knock was supposed to break you, not wake you. But instead of luring you into submission, it activated your spiritual alert. You didn't just avoid danger, you were promoted in the spirit. What you didn't accept was a counterfeit blessing. It looked like opportunity, but it was camouflaged loss. If you had let them in, your finances would have been tampered with, your relationships sabotaged, and your energy drained. Archangel Michael says your silence was golden. Your hesitation was sacred. Your refusal was victory. Now they're scrambling. Trying to explain why you didn't respond. Trying to figure out how you broke the cycle that others before you fell into. Type Amen to get blessing 212. This same person succeeded with 3 others before. They knocked, spoke, and were let in. And those 3 are still trying to recover. But you were different. You sensed something wasn't right. You felt something chilling in your bones that whispered, "Do not engage." The knock wasn't just physical, it was spiritual. And when you didn't open, the light within your home became a wall of fire. Divine interference came upon you like a blanket of protection. They stood there longer than you think. Listening. Hoping you'd respond. But your spiritual ancestors stood behind your door, arms crossed, unmoved. Type Amen to get blessing 616. You were not alone that night. You felt something watching. It wasn't paranoia, it was divine presence. A guardian stood beside your window, invisible to the eye but unmistakable in energy. Even now, your room feels different. Something shifted. The air is calmer. The shadows softer. That's because what tried to enter was fully rejected, and your atmosphere is being restored. You will receive dreams in the next 3 nights. Clarity will come. Hidden names. Forgotten faces. Strange symbols. They will all be shown to you because now you're being trusted with spiritual truth. And soon, someone you love will come and say they almost told you about something important, but held it back. That's connected. Watch how this web untangles itself. Type Amen to get blessing 747. The trap they tried to place at your door wasn't meant just for you, it was to reach the next generation. Your decision saved more than just your life. You broke a curse that's been circling your family. The person sent to your door was chosen because they resemble someone you trust. Their voice, mannerism, or aura was familiar. That's how close the enemy came. But your refusal wasn't just physical, it was energetic. Your soul said no. Your spirit shut the door before your hand even touched the knob. You'll begin noticing glitches in people's behavior. Someone who was overly friendly may suddenly grow distant. That's how you'll know who was connected to the plan. Type Amen to get blessing 515. Don't mourn the opportunity you rejected. Heaven will never send what costs your soul. The real blessing will not knock in the night, it will arrive in broad daylight, clothed in truth. This week, someone will offer you something again. It will seem more professional, more structured, more impressive. But check their energy. Watch their eyes. Ask nothing, just feel. The person who knocked may change tactics. They may text you instead. Or send a letter. Or ask a mutual friend to mention them. Don't respond. Every form they take is still linked to the original intention. They're hoping you've calmed down, hoping time made you forget the warning. But you won't forget. Type Amen to get blessing 383. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, a heavy scroll has been torn in the heavens. Your name was on it, written in opposition. But now, that page has been burned. You are not who you used to be. You've become spiritually alert, divinely guarded, and mentally anchored. What used to confuse you now exposes itself. You are being awakened to the subtle war you've always been in. But now, you're no longer a target. You're a warrior. The offer may come back with a different wrapping. Be cautious of anything with urgency, anything that says, you have to act now or lose it forever. That's not divine pressure, that's manipulation. Type Amen to get blessing 121. God does not rush. Heaven does not trick. And angels never knock with threats in disguise. You'll notice more peace now. A strange calm. A divine silence, like the aftermath of a storm. That is confirmation. That is heaven's way of saying, you passed. You'll start to see the real faces behind masks. Friends who felt loving will feel distant. People who once adored you may start avoiding you. They feel the shift too. The knock didn't open a door, it opened your sight. Now you're seeing what was always hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 144. This warning will make more sense as the days unfold. You'll start connecting small moments. Words spoken weeks ago. Dreams from childhood. Coincidences that now form a straight line. You'll find objects in your house you forgot existed. Symbols. Old pictures. Letters. All reminders of where you came from, and why they want to stop where you're going. But it's too late now. You've crossed a line spiritually. You can't unsee. You can't unknow. You are walking into a new season with eyes wide open and angels flanking your path. Type Amen to get blessing 919. The offer you refused will now be handed to someone else. Watch what happens to them. Not to judge, but to understand the power of your no. They will accept it. They will smile at the deal. But soon, they will begin to disappear from your space. Their energy will shift. Their life will seem heavy. That is not punishment, it is the weight of accepting something not meant for them. But you chose light. You chose peace over pressure. You chose protection over pleasure. Archangel Michael says that one choice broke 3 chains that were hidden on your timeline. You are free. Type Amen to get blessing 303. In the coming days, expect a reversal. Someone who once doubted you will apologize. Someone who betrayed you will try to reconnect. Someone who envied you will confess. All of these are linked to the knock you ignored. The enemy's plan backfired. And now, heaven is not just protecting you, it's exalting you. Doors will open in ways you couldn't predict. Unread messages will suddenly make sense. Forgotten ideas will resurface with new fire. Because what they tried to distract you from is now rising again, bigger, clearer, and unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 101. The energy is shifting. The angels are cheering. You didn't just say no to a person, you said no to a curse. And yes to your calling. This is not the end of attacks, but it is the beginning of victories. Because now, you know what to look for. The next time someone knocks, your spirit will know within seconds who they are. And this time, you will speak, not out of fear, but authority. You are no longer hunted. You are protected. You are chosen. You are sealed. Type Amen to get blessing 505. Archangel Michael says, they underestimated the level of protection surrounding you. They believed you were still who you were last year, broken, unsure, desperate for any open door. But what they didn't expect was how powerful you've become in silence. They chose the wrong moment. The wrong night. The wrong person to test. Because the version of you that once would have opened that door is long gone. Now you're spiritually armored. Now your soul hears warnings before your ears ever do. And your angels no longer whisper, they roar when danger approaches. What was meant to enter and deceive has now been exposed. What was meant to trap has turned back on the sender. And your name is now too bright to be hidden under manipulation. Type Amen to get blessing 313. You may feel exhausted lately, and that's not by accident. The spiritual battle you faced at your doorstep drained the energy from your environment. But now, rest will return. Soon you'll feel waves of peace, not just around you, but inside of you. The kind of peace that comes after surviving what was designed to destroy you. This is divine validation. You are not forgotten. You are not weak. You were chosen to resist what others surrendered to. That knock was a test. The words behind it were spells. The intention was to shake your trust in divine timing. But you endured. Type Amen to get blessing 181. The spiritual realm has now recorded your resistance. A record has been made. A heavenly document stamped with your name, marked, approved, resisted temptation. Because of that, your spiritual ranking has increased. You've earned new guardians. New access. New revelation. In the coming nights, you'll feel warmth during sleep. Unexplainable lightness. A sense of protection that cannot be touched by man or evil. That is the reward of saying no when everything in the atmosphere was pulling you to say yes. That is the reward of spiritual maturity. Type Amen to get blessing 626. Be mindful now. The enemy doesn't give up easily. They will try new faces. Softer voices. Better offers. More familiar names. But none will succeed, because now you recognize the patterns. Now you discern not just what people say, but what they carry. The next time something feels off, it won't take you hours to realize it. You will know within moments, because your spirit now reacts faster than your mind. What you've passed through isn't just a warning story, it's the beginning of your activation. You are now walking in a deeper dimension of awareness. Type Amen to get blessing 171. Your future is being rewritten in light. What was delayed by dark contracts is now accelerating. You will notice fast shifts, in relationships, in money, in clarity. Doors that were once locked will now feel drawn to open on their own. And the people who doubted you will start to watch from a distance, unable to explain why favor keeps choosing you. That's because heaven has honored your obedience. That knock was never about the offer, it was about the test. And you passed. Quietly. Bravely. Without applause. Without needing validation. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Now a mantle is being placed on your life. A new responsibility. A new light that will draw both good and evil, but now you're ready to handle both. Don't be surprised when people start to look at you differently. When strangers treat you like they've known you. When even those who were once higher now come seeking your wisdom. That's the sign of a shift in spiritual positioning. The knock was to stop this. But it couldn't. It's done now. That chapter is closed. You are walking with armor on your shoulders, and a crown they didn't think you'd wear. Type Amen to get blessing 727. Your journey is not to be walked in fear. That knock has lost its power. The illusion is broken. The spell has failed. Now focus. The real opportunity is approaching, one that is from heaven, not deception. It will arrive not in the night, but in the clarity of day. You'll feel it in your chest. You'll feel peace, not pressure. Joy, not fear. This is how you'll know the difference. Because divine offers don't need tricks. They shine on their own. Type Amen to get blessing 989. Your dreams will now carry deeper messages. Don't ignore symbols, keys, flames, closed doors, or stairs. These all mean you're unlocking deeper purpose. Take note of the times you wake up. If it's 3:33, 4:44, or 5:55, your angels are trying to speak. These are divine codes sent to affirm your upgrade. Write your dreams down. You're being trusted with spiritual secrets. What you resist is just as powerful as what you accept. And you resisted a storm meant to collapse everything. That is why celebration is coming. Type Amen to get blessing 848. You are now entering a season of quiet rewards. You will receive answers without having to ask. Doors will open without knocking. What was hidden will be revealed gently, without chaos. Your path has been cleared. Not because of luck, but because of alignment. You chose light over illusion. Archangel Michael stood at your door, sword drawn, ready to strike down any deception that dared step forward. And when you chose silence, he fought for you. Type Amen to get blessing 369. You may cry in the coming days. That's okay. The release is part of the cleansing. The tears are removing what nearly stayed behind after the knock. Let it fall. Let your body feel the safety that came from not surrendering to lies. Let your soul stretch now, in peace. Because the storm is passing. And the blessing isn't on its way, it's already here. You are living proof that obedience is louder than any promise made in darkness. Type Amen to get blessing 888. This is the conclusion of the full warning from heaven. You were not meant to receive this by accident. You were divinely aligned to read it before the knock. Keep the doors of your soul locked to confusion. Open only to peace. You are chosen. You are guarded. You are walking into greatness. Archangel Michael says, "There's one more thing you must know." After that knock failed, the person returned to a dark room where your name was written on a list. That list has now been burned. What was planned for your fall has been reversed and turned into elevation. The spiritual court has ruled in your favor. The assignment against you has been cancelled. The same way they came secretly, they are now being scattered openly. You may feel a sudden shift in energy. Where once there was tension in your home, now there is ease. The air feels lighter. Your chest feels freer. That is not your imagination, it's your confirmation. They have lost access to your door. They have lost the right to mention your name. They have lost the tools they once used to track you. Type Amen to get blessing 303. From this day forward, there's a new order upon your path. Anyone who knocks must pass through divine approval. Anyone who speaks your name must be held accountable. No more hidden agendas. No more invisible chains. No more false promises. The offer you turned away was never meant to bless you, it was meant to bind you. But now, the chains that were sent with it have been shattered. You are spiritually untouchable now. Every time your feet touch the ground, the earth recognizes your authority. You are no longer a target, you are a testimony. Type Amen to get blessing 122. You are not crazy for feeling heaviness before the knock. You are not dramatic for sensing evil in the form of kindness. You are gifted. You are awakened. You are sealed. This experience has placed a new fire in your soul. It has unlocked a version of you that was buried under fear, doubt, and confusion. And now, your discernment has become your sword. Your silence has become your shield. Your light has become your law. Watch what happens in the next 7 days. News will reach you, unexpected but relieving. The trap they set for you is being exposed by someone from within their own group. Type Amen to get blessing 606. You will not have to fight. You will not have to argue. You will not even have to explain yourself. The truth is uncoiling itself like a serpent in the sun. It is rising, undeniable. And soon, others will see what you were protected from. The ones who once doubted you will say, "Now I understand." The ones who stayed silent will come with apologies. The ones who tried to use you will face divine silence. Because when heaven shuts a door, no hand can open it again. And your door has now been marked, protected by divine order. Type Amen to get blessing 818. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Your house, your body, and your mind are now under full protection. From this moment, your presence will carry weight in the spirit. Demons will flee before you speak. Lies will unravel before you question them. This is your reward for trusting the silence. For obeying the nudge. For staying still when everything around you tried to shake you. The late-night knock didn't just test your reaction, it revealed your evolution. You are no longer who you were. You've become a storm in stillness. You'll begin to attract those who carry real light. Those who don't come knocking in the dark, but bring clarity in the daytime. Type Amen to get blessing 474. You are not alone, even when it's quiet. You are not abandoned, even when it's dark. You are not forgotten, even when it's late. Heaven was watching. The angels were stationed. The moment you resisted, a trumpet was sounded in the spirit realm. That night changed everything. That knock was the last attempt of the enemy to reclaim what you already overcame. And now that you've crossed the threshold, no storm can take you back. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Let them wonder why you didn't answer. Let them whisper. Let them question. But you don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing peace over deception. For choosing silence over seduction. For choosing destiny over distraction. Archangel Michael says, "Your silence that night echoed like thunder in the heavens." The enemy trembled. The air shifted. Your guardians celebrated. You've been promoted silently. Your name is now marked in gold. You've stepped into a different frequency where no low vibration can dwell. Type Amen to get blessing 353. Remember this, when you didn't open the door, you opened your future. When you didn't say yes, you opened access to something far greater. That person was just the delivery boy of destruction. But their hands failed. Their words collapsed. Their mission was aborted. Because you chose stillness. And stillness is louder than any false promise. You may not have realized the size of the storm you avoided, but soon, you'll feel the size of the peace you've inherited. Type Amen to get blessing 131. This final chapter is sealed with fire. Your space is holy now. Your threshold cannot be crossed without heaven's approval. Even pets and children may begin to sense something sacred around you. Strangers may start treating you with reverence they can't explain. That's because you've entered the realm of spiritual authority. Not the loud kind. Not the forced kind. But the quiet kind that stops storms and unlocks destinies. And all of this happened because of one simple act: you didn't open the door. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Let this message be written in your memory. If they knock again, let them find silence. If they try again, let them find angels. From this moment, you do not chase. You do not panic. You do not fear. Your steps are being written in gold ink by unseen hands. Your protection is no longer temporary, it's permanent. What was meant to destroy you has become your divine upgrade.